Hey, what's up, guys? Dan Fletcher here again with the final episode of our Learn Ruby or Let's Learn Ruby on Codecademy series. Or at least this is the final episode until I just buy a pro account so we can get through the rest of this. Okay, so we're going to dive in to create a histogram. So, you know the drill. You know by now how we'll start. We need to get input from the user. Use a put statement to prompt the user for input. Use gets.chomp to save this input to a variable called text. So I'll create a variable called text equals gets.chomp, and I'll run that. I'm guessing probably have to refresh again. Alright, let's try. Oh, for fuck. Maybe reset. Text equals gets.chomp run. Yeah, I can't type anything in there. Whoops. Oh man. Really? Oh shit, wants a put statement first. So puts give me some text. Maybe it'll work. Whoa. What is going on? Okay, try refreshing again. Anything to do with getting input from the user seems to be super buggy. Okay, so we got it this time. Okay, so building the words array. Next, we'll want to turn the user string into something we can iterate over, a data structure made up of elements all in a line. You say, that sounds like an array. By calling the split method on text, we can transform it into an array. So declare a variable called words and call split. Hang on, declare a variable called words and set it equal to the result of calling split on text. Right. So text split. And from tinkering around earlier, we figured out that when you invoke split without passing it any arguments, it's basically the equivalent of passing a space character. So we'll just do that. And let's see. Text. Hit enter. Should pass, and it does. Let's go to the next lesson. Creating the frequencies hash. Good, now we'll start counting words using a hash. We'll want to make sure the hash has a default value. Okay, so in the example above, we create a new empty hash called h that has a default value of nothing here. Okay, so that's new. I don't think we've seen that up until now. Then we print out an empty object, the value of h, just to show that h really is empty. Then we print out nothing here as we try to access the value stored by the key kitty. Interesting. So if you have a hash with a default value and you try to access a non-existent key, you get that default value. Create a hash called frequencies in the editor. Give it a default value of 0. Okay, frequencies equals hash dot new, the default value of 0. And that passes. All right, let's go to the next lesson. Iterating over the array. Perfect. Next up, we want to iterate over words to add each word to our frequencies hash, one at a time. In the above example, we first create a hash mapping strings to integers. Then we increment the value stored by blue by 1. Finally, we print out 4, the value stored by blue. Okay, so use each to iterate over the words array. So we have words.each. We'll use this syntax. For each word we find, assume that the word itself is a key in frequencies and increment its value by 1. Okay, so frequencies at the index of whatever the word is, and we will increment that by 1. This is why our default is 0. The first time we find the word, it will have a default value of 0 that we can increment by 1. Take a look at the hint if you need help. So this should, focus the console. What? Run. I don't know. It says it passes. It's not working. Oh, here we go. Yeah. Let's try this again. Okay, here is some text. Hit enter. And then I'm assuming next will probably print out the results. Sorting the hash. Great, we have a hash full of word frequency key value pairs. Now we need to figure out a way to get our information in the order we want. Okay, so in the example above, we first create a hash called colors that maps color strings to numbers. Then we sort colors into green, red, and blue from smallest to largest by count. Just so you know, the dot sort by function returns an array of arrays, but that's fine for our purposes. Finally, we reverse the array order so that the colors with the largest counts are first. Can you do the same thing with the frequencies hash? Okay, so use dot sort by to sort the frequencies hash by word count, like step 2 above. Store the result back in frequencies. Use dot reverse with an exclamation to reverse the sorted frequencies array. Okay, so frequencies equals frequencies dot sort by do. So we'll want the word and the count, and we will oh no, we don't return, we just give it the count, and then we will call frequencies dot reverse. Is this gonna work? Give me some text. Hey, here you go. Here is some text. Sweet. Iterating over the hash. Almost there. Finally, we'll need to iterate over the array to print out each key value pair to the console. In the example above, we create a hash called fruit that maps names of fruit to the amount that we own. Then we iterate over each key value pair, storing the key as name and the value as count. Finally, we print out the key and value separated by a space. Note that we must first convert the value from a number to a string using dot to s before we can concatenate. Okay, so Ruby won't coerce this value into a string for us. You actually have to tell Ruby that you want this integer to be treated as a string. Iterate over each key value pair in the frequencies hash, then puts each word a single space and its frequency to the console, like in the example above. Okay, so frequencies dot each do each word in the frequencies. So we have word and we have count, and we will put the word plus a space plus the count dot to string. We will end. We'll run this. Oh, here is some text, and then we get this print out of all the words that we typed and the number of times each word occurred. Cool. Okay, let's go to next. You did it. Nice work. Your program is complete. Run it a few times to see how it counts up the number of occurrences of each word in your string. Sure, since this is the last episode, let's play around with a bit. So if I type text, and some more random words and shit, and I click enter, we'll see text shows up 3 times. 1, 2, 3, and apparently occurs twice, once here and there. That seems right. Shit, words, random, more, and some all only appear once. Seems right, doesn't it? Cool. Yeah, so methods, blocks, and sorting is what's coming up next. Is there, for some reason I thought it ended here if you didn't have a pro account. Oh, it keeps going. Well then, hang on, let me check. Oh, it always looks like this. I'm silly. It's because you can't skip ahead. There's so many more lessons. Okay, it's the final project you have to upgrade to pro. Yeah, never mind. This is not even close to the last episode. We're almost halfway through the course. We have, yeah, no, that's cool. We can keep plugging away then. Awesome. So yeah, coming up next is this lesson, methods, blocks, and sorting. So that's hilarious. I don't know. I goofed out. I really thought that the course just ended, I was like, hey, I'm gonna just take a peek at the rest of the curriculum and see what it looks like. And I saw all these lock symbols and I was like, oh shit. Thinking that it had to be pro to move forward. And I was like, I probably should have looked at that before I started the series. But yeah, no, we're good. We can totally go through the whole course. And the only thing the pro account gives us is the ability to do that final project at the end. So we're good to go. If you have any questions, comments, whatever, please leave them down below. Give my video a thumbs up if you liked it. Click the subscribe button to get more in your feed. Yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Cheers.